you are new to my channel, I create tutorials on MIT App Inventor so that you can create fantastic mobile apps like we are going to do in this tutorial. So start now by clicking the red subscribe button so that you can create fantastic Android mobile app. So let's see how to create this app. So first we are going to bring in a text box for the title, and we are going to make the width of this text box to fill parent so that it occupies the whole width of the mobile. Next we are going to increase the height of this to be 10%, and let's increase the font size to be 25 because it's the title. Next we are going to bring in another text box in which they will type the notes or the content. So here I am going to put the height to be fill parent, and then the width should be fill parent. Now in the hint of the text box one, which is the title, here I am going to put the hint to be title, and then in text box 2 where they will type the content, the hint is going to be start typing here. Next let's go to the layout, and from here we are going to bring in horizontal arrangement, and we are going to put the width of this to be fill parent. Next we are going to bring in a button here, and let's change the text of this button to be voice. So when they click on this button, they can start speaking, and it will automatically type it in text box 2, which is the notes. Now if you want, you can make the font to be bold, and you can adjust all the properties. You can change the background color too. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and let's change the text to be read notes. So when the user clicks on this button, we are going to use the text to speech so that it will speak out all the notes present here. And then the third button is going to be save. Now we are going to bring these buttons to be at the middle. So let's click on horizontal arrangement 1 and change the align horizontal and align vertical, both should be centered. Next we are going to bring in another horizontal arrangement here, and we are going to put the width of this to be fill parent. Inside this horizontal arrangement, we are going to bring in a text box and then a button. So this button is going to be open, and here let's make the font to be bold, and the background color should be orange or any color you want. Here I'm going to put the align horizontal and align vertical, both should be centered like I did for this horizontal arrangement. Now we are going to change the hint of this to be type file name here. So the user can type the file name, and when they click on open, the txt file or the notes will be visible here. Next let's go to media, and from here we are going to bring in text to speech and speech recognizer. So we need text to speech because there is a button called read notes. So for that we are going to use the text to speech, and we are going to use the speech recognizer so that it can get whatever we are speaking and it will type it in text box 2. Now we don't want the Google speech recognizer dialog like this to be appearing on our app. So for this to disable that, you need to go to the properties of the speech recognizer, and when you uncheck this box, the dialog will not be visible. Now let's go to the block section. So when button 1 is clicked, so button 1 is this button, the voice. So it needs to get the text from the user, whatever they are speaking, and it needs to type it in the text box too. So for that, what we are going to do is first we need to get the text using the speech recognizer component. So call speech recognizer.getText. Now after the speech recognizer gets the text, let's bring in this block. What we are going to do is we are going to show the result. So we are going to show the result in the text box too, so that it can type it there. So let's bring in this block, set textbox2.text2, and then here I'm going to put result, get result. Next, when the second button, which is button 2, read notes button is clicked, it needs to read all the notes present in text box 2, all the text in text box 2. So let's go to the block section, and here we're going to bring in when button 2.click. So when the read notes button is clicked, we are going to use the text to speech mode. All text to speech 1 must be message. So the message is going to be whatever is there in text box 2. So let's just duplicate this text box 2.text so that it will speak out all the messages. The next button is the save button. For this we are going to use the file component. So when you go to storage, here you can see the file components. This is what we are going to use to create this app. We are going to save it in the file component. Now in the block section, when button 3, which is the save button, let's bring in this block. We are going to bring in this block, the save all file1.save file. The text is going to be whatever they type in text box 2, which is the content, which is textbox2.text, and then the file name is going to be the title. So the title is textbox1.text, like this. But make sure you use the join blocks because we need to put this symbol. Let me show you in a minute. So let's put textbox1.text here, and let's bring in the empty string here, and here we are going to put like this. Next, when button 4, which is the open button, is clicked, it needs to open the file whichever they type in the text box 3, so that they can see the file and edit them, or they can do whatever they want. So here we are going to bring in this block when button 4.click, and for this we are going to use the read block. So here you can see all file1.read block. So let's bring in this block, and then the file name is going to be, again we are going to use join block like we did here, and here the file name is going to be textbox3.text. So textbox3 is next text box. So whatever they type the file name here, it will open the particular text. Now after we get the text, after it reads the text, so for that let's go to file 1, and here you can see when file1.got, we are going to show the text in text box 2. So let's bring in the block. So here you can see set textbox2.text. The text is going to be, we will get the text, the result text, which means whatever is stored in the file. And then we also need to set the title. So let's duplicate this block. So the title is textbox1, and for this what we are going to do is we are going to get whatever they have typed in textbox3 and show it as the title. So let's go to textbox3, and here let's put textbox3.text. Now let us test the app and let's see. So here you can see the app. First I'm going to type the title. So the title is going to be MIT App Inventor. Next, if you want, you can type here, or you can use the voice command. So I'm going to use the voice command. My channel is all about MIT App Inventor. Now you can see that whatever I speak is typed. So let me show you how this works. This is a sample text. Now you can see that whenever I type, you can see it shows the sample text here. Now there is also a read functionality, so when I click on here, you can see that it is telling that this is a sample text. So it reads whatever you have written in the notes. Next, what you can do is you can save this notes, and then after you save it here, file will be saved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh the screen, and now I'm going to type the file name. So the file name is going to be the title of the notes. So the title is note. So let me type it here. And when I click on open, you can see that the note file is open. And you can see that all the content which is present here, this is a sample text, is also visible.